Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Well, it's official. We reached the halfway point of the regular season. Still a lot of work left to do, though, as we're away in Week 9. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the gun is Purdy. Completed here to McCaffrey.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. Purdy throwing here on 1st. Diving right side, got it! They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed left. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
McCaffrey hits the end zone for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers finish up an excellent opening series. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Set to return this, Trey Palmer. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. We've got a screen to the running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
And the 49ers in a nickel set. 3rd down coming. They'll try and throw it here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll send him over right. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Second and 6 now. He's on the move, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there's none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the 49ers will go on offense. They've got 1st down from the 31. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. This ball's cut by McCaffrey.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 32. Cut out left. Rolling into enemy territory. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Down the sideline, past the 25. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game, and he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
McCaffrey. He'll take it in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Here's Miller on the return. Oh, he eats a hit to bring it into that return right near the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Escapes the pocket. Oh, shouldn't have let that one go. It's intercepted. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed and really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Purdy on 1st down. On the move, headed right. That finds Ayuk, complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a 49er 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down throw by Purdy. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. On comes the field goal unit to try this one for the 49ers. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
And look at this return. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. That's Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back to back. Where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Purdy setting up that play action. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it sets up 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. A give left side to McCaffrey. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
The Texans going with a dime set here. We've got 6 DBs for 3rd down. Now it's Purdy. He lofts it deep left. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. So the turnover, Brock, is in turn turned over after pass interference on that play. So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate. Will they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants?
He'll get a couple, and now they face 3rd and goal from the 6.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
3rd and goal, Purdy. Forced out to his right. And he's out of bounds just behind that line. Only a yard or two lost, but Brock, we all know, still qualifies as a sack. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers likely looking at a field goal try. On comes the field goal unit to try this one for the 49ers. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that will add to their score.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
On the return, here's Palmer. Returns looking good so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Working quickly here. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. Another try following the sack. Chased out to his right. That one's complete, right side. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And that one's incomplete, pretty fortunately so. That was a big risk, nearly an end zone turnover. Instead, it brings up 4th down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, it just couldn't quite hang on.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. He'll throw it. Buys time, rolling right. Down the run. He's got it deep downfield. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans chop some of the lead off before the half. That one splits the uprights. And the Texans drop the lead back to 13. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Has this at the 6. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And that's incomplete. With 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two more snaps.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
He's on the move. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing it just before halftime. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. And the Texans do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. On the return, here's Palmer. And look at this return. Races past midfield. And he'll go out of bounds after getting it all the way down inside the kicking team's 45.
The longer I do this, Kate, certainly at the NFL level, you feel how important those minutes are going into half and how important they are coming out of half, especially when you're looking at a deficit they are. This is exactly how you want to start the second half.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Escapes the pocket. That one way too far up there. They can't connect. DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They're throwing it. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it inside the 10. And that play is brought to a halt. They're going to say at the 5-yard line. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. So now it'll be second and goal.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Texans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Extra point attempt coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans get it back to within 6.
Texans 14.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Kick taken in here at the 17. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10 now. This has been a trend, yet another interception.
Intercepted by the Texans. They'll take over 1st and 10. at the 39-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Looking to his fullback now. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Flushed out of the pocket. Oh no, they get him yet again! And he takes this one back for the pick six! That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
He's throwing for it! Oh, brother, it's another interception! And the Texans get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. On the return, here's Palmer. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Back to the air following the pick six. Brought in right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Pass play on first and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the move, headed right. Now he takes it. It's a pickup of 11. And it sets up a Houston first.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. From midfield now. Marshall there to bring it in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. From the 48. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be third and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Headed out right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. First and 10 coming up. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Forced out to his right.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
They motion a receiver left. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide, or when they use him as a runner, if someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
From the gun, McCaffrey. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
Offense to the line for second down. From the gun is Purdy. Throwing deep for the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Texans get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
He's on the move. Great work by the coverage downfield. Buys him enough time to catch him outside the pocket. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Short pass brought in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
26, Texans 14.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 46. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. It's taken in by Williams. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. DeAndre Hopkins, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Texans trim the deficit down to 5.
Texans 21.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Purdy throwing here on first. He rolls to his right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, Well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. Escapes a defender. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Escapes out to the left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back, third down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
They did it! He made the interception! And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. You get a pick six, you get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six a multiple highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Texans facing a big play as they go for two. And he's short of the end zone. They wanted that field goal lead, but remain in front by just a point.
49ers 26.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And look at this return. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. Still fighting forward. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. Kittle brings it in. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. So now, here's third and goal. He'll throw it. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
On the return, here's Palmer. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 29. Chased out to his right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He's back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And all that pursuit pays off. They track him down and drop him well behind the line of scrimmage. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Oh, man, flashbacks. I don't like that at all. Because I know as a QB, the last thing you want to do after a play like that, where you are sacked for huge yardage, is to take that lonely walk back to the sideline.
What a crunch play late. He intercepts it. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the 49ers have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. The moment you see them look to pass from this close to their own goal line, Brock, it is that defense's goal to hurry him and force a mistake just like that.
Yeah, those guys, they're so sneaky on the back end, Kate. They know the clock is being sped up. They know.
And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown. Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this. A chance to make it a 2-score game now and likely clinch the win with this try. And a likely game-winning extra point strikes true, and that should do it. We get a 2-score game now late. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. On the return, here's Palmer. He stopped on the return at the 27.
Palmer on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on to a well-placed hit like that one.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Pass play now. Try and push it deep downfield. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. To throw. On the move, headed right. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
I think it's fair to say, in the eye in the sky doesn't lie, without that ball being tipped, we were looking at the big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense, and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
Desperation time here on fourth. He's got it to his running back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
The Texans will line up for the two-point conversion.
Diving for the goal line, and it's not free! And this is picked up by the 49ers! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. That's going to be taken in at the 8. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he'll get it up to the 27. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They stick with McCaffrey. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. Okay, time for the defense.